Hello from the Music Interview Corner. Today from Helsinki from the Musiikkitalo with Soen. And I'm here with Joel. Hi, Joel.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Likewise, thank you so much for taking time for the interview. Your 7th album, but your 6th studio album, will come out very soon on September 1st, and it's called Memorial. How was the recording process?
As always with Soen, long, hard and cumbersome. It's a lot of
really?
work, yeah. But no, I don't want to sound like that, but we do put a lot of work into the songs and you know, it's so I don't want to lie, it's a process. It's a lot of work, but then you get to be here and release the album, and that's the fantastic thing, you know.
And do you have a favorite song on Memorial?
Oh, that's hard, but I say just Fortress. Just like that. But actually, the truth is, I love all the songs. You know, they're amazing. Or like, now I sound narcissistic almost. Like
No.
but I like, you know, they're like small children's, and it's hard to separate them. So.
Oh, yeah. No, I understand. Some people also don't want to answer this question at all.
Yes, but you gotta choose one. Yeah. So now today I choose Fortress. Yeah.
Cool. And is there a specific reason, or just today because you love them all? Fortress is the song of the day.
Just because it's a bit joyful, you know, and I feel joyful today. You know, I feel like in a good mood. I'm in Helsinki, and yeah, you know.
If you get to talk to me. No, sorry, that sounds narcissistic now.
Yes, of course.
I would also like to talk about the cover artwork from Memorial. It is kind of disturbing in a way, but also emotionally touching. It shows an adult and a child with gas masks, and the hoses of their gas masks, the air hoses, are connected to a glowing heart. Who had this idea, and how does this cover artwork relate to your music?
Well, it was more. We knew we wanted like a post-apocalyptic theme, because the album is sort of. It's a lot about how it is today, the society today, but also how it will turn out in the future. You know, it's a pretty grim outlook we have right now. If you think about where the world will be.
Yeah.
And then we found this illustration that fitted very well with just that kind of.
So you found it. It was not made for you.
No, exactly. We found it, and we contacted the artist because we thought, you know, that it was just the perfect fit with the album.
Yeah, it looks like made for you.
And it's also, you know, we are this old school. You know, I grew up with, like, I had a vinyl album sitting in my dad's couch, you know, like listening to his albums, and the only thing you had was the cover, and then you had the music, and it was sort of it was important, and I think that's why we still do that, you know, create albums and put a lot of weight into the cover and make sure that everything works together, because that's how I learned to love music from the beginning, you know.
I actually did that too. I went to the record collection of my hippie dad. What was your favorite album back then as a kid?
My favorite? Well, I have to say the first album that I really fell in love with was Trash with Alice Cooper. And that made, like, you know, Alice Cooper was my first real, you know, my dad bought that album. I listened to it and loved it so much, and then I used my weekly money, you know, that you get as a kid, to buy all the old albums as well.
From the flea market?
Yeah, you know, you had to sort of buy them second hand, and you know, you went to record stores and you found like $1 Billion Babies, and you know, like, and all these old albums. So that was my first love. But yeah, my dad was like prog guy, of course. So we had Jethro Tull, Genesis, Yes, Pink Floyd, King Crimson, you know, that stuff. I was like, I didn't even know that I was listening to that kind of music. It was just there all the time, and these albums covers was always fantastic, you know, because there was these drawings or you know, landscapes and, you know, things like that. So as a kid, you were just looking at it and like, wow, you know. I remember the first time I heard Fifth of Fifth with Genesis. I was a kid, and so I wasn't thinking in terms of listening to the music intellectually. It was more just an adventure. and it was so fantastic. It's still one of my favorite songs ever.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Now we can go to maybe a much harder topic, like your new single, Violence. You said about it that it is about the different means of coercion. And what I think is very interesting, you said that the violence can be so subtle that there is no room for reaction at the moment, but it can still destroy your self-confidence and self-esteem. How did you come up with that, and what was the inspiration for the song?
The theme is like, you know, sublime violence, or like this how it can affect you, how it can wear you down. It's not always physical violence. It can be like the abuse that wears you down.
It sounds like narcissistic abuse a lot to me.
It can be, of course. Like it can be abuse in relations and or like in families, and so it's a little bit about that, you know, and or even the threat of violence can really wear you down, you know, and mentally be very hurtful. So that's a little bit of the topic, you know.
Yeah, I think it's a great song and a very important topic.
Good.
Yeah, and also about the music video. You have a great music video for Violence. And what I thought was very interesting, in the video, you and the other band members appear in Polaroids. And it seems at first that you are the perpetrators. And by the end of the video, it turns out that you were the victims. Who had the idea for that?
I have to. It's a very, very talented guy called Daniel Zed. He plays in a band called Terra that will be supporting us on our European tour as well. So fantastic guy, has made actually a couple of videos. If you look at our videos, you might see that there's a certain kind of vibe. Then it's probably Daniel Zed that has done it with his team. So it was his idea, and it's fantastic.
It fits perfectly with the song because you have no idea who's the victim and who's the abuser.
Right.
What is the most personal song you've ever written?
Oh, yeah. I can't answer that.
Shall we skip it? We can always skip.
Yeah, that has to be like a surprise. Yes, yeah.
Okay, some things better remain a mystery. Oh yeah, and when we're talking about mysteries, your music deals a lot with mythological topics. What fascinates you about mythology? Or is it right to say it like that?
I would say that we haven't done much mythological topics lately. But if you listen to Lycaea, for example, it's just like, I think we were in that period, like, you know, when symbols and mysticism played a part. It's not really like that on Memorial. It's different. I don't know. It's just it's a progress. It might be like in the future we might do it again. I grew up as a Catholic, you know, in my family, and in the Catholic Church, symbols and mysticism has always been very important. For example, if in contrast to like the Lutheran Church, I grew up like that. You know, my grandma and grandpa, they were telling me like, this symbolizes that. This is the symbol of blah blah blah. You know, they were always very careful telling you why and how something was symbolizing something else. And I guess that has been following a little bit with me since then. You know.
And you will be a lot on tour. On September 20th, your Memorial tour will start, your European tour. Yeah. And then in March next year, you'll be on a big Finland tour. And then in May next year, you're going to go to North America. Are you already excited?
You know your...
Yes, I memorized it.
Yeah, we're going to tour a lot with this album. And we are in just this... I'm just very, very happy with the album. And I think the band, you know, where we are at this point, you know, I think we have the best setup with Cody, Zlatojar, Lars, Martin, and I. You know, it's just a good vibe, and I think we just feel very good. So there's no reason to stop now. We just want to tour everywhere, and we can, you know, and meet the fans.
It's one of my favorite questions. What is the craziest thing you and your bandmates have ever done on tour?
Ha! I can't tell that either. You know.
Is it also a mystery?
Yes.
Okay, no, that's okay. We respect that. Now the fans are even more excited. They will all speculate in their heads now.
Okay, I have to come back. You have to prepare me on this. Yeah.
Okay, so next time maybe you can share a funny co-experience. I don't know if that's accurate, but as far as I know, all your song titles of all the songs you ever made consist of only one word.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I would say at least most of them. But it's just a thing. I don't think we can stop that now because we've been doing it for so long.
It's cool.
And it's nice, you know, you see one word and you get like a certain feel for the song. So it doesn't have to, we don't reveal the whole context of the song just in the title, but instead you have to, we give you a feeling and then you listen and then you build it yourself. All right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And would you like to say anything to your fans?
As I always say, guys, come to the shows. You have to see Soen live.
Oh yeah, I'm also actually looking forward to that when you play here.
Good, because we're musicians and we love live, you know. That's just how it is.
What do you like most about each of your bandmates and other things you don't like?
Ha!
They are not here, you can tell me.
What I like about them?
Yeah.
You have, of course, I hate them. No,
Now you have it here, you heard it here first.
I just fucking hate them. No. You know, I don't know, what can you say, you know? They're just great guys, you know. It's too personal, man.
Okay, also a mystery.
Yeah.
This is a very mysterious interview, but I enjoy it.
I'm just glad to be here. I'm just thankful to be here and, you know, to be in this place where I am right now and to have, just say that, you know, we don't take this for granted. To have fantastic fans, to have this possibility to tour around the world, you know. It's a privilege to be able to do this.
Yeah, then thank you so much for the interview, Joel.
Thank you.
And goodbye from the Music Interview Corner.